Good evening, everyone. Jose J. Garcia, real estate investor, coach, and mentor. Tuesday deals. Bittersweet. I'm going to tell you why. Okay. So tonight is the last live Tuesday mobile home deals pitched on here. And it is because, next week we got Christmas. The week after that, we got New Year's. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to be traveling, focusing more on family, which is more important, number one. And what I am going to do, however, is I'm going to do a pre-recorded. Let's do deals earlier in the day, maybe on Tuesday, and then we're just going to drop it on YouTube, potentially on TikTok and Instagram. So you'll still be able to go watch some of that. It's going to be a little bit more coaching like than really just pitching deals because we don't have live audience there, obviously. But I'm going to be talking about obviously some of the deals that we're working on, which a lot. We are rehabbing, and I talk about this every year. Peak season, okay? Cash sale time is right around the corner and it starts in January. So if you're seeing a lot of the deals that we have listed on our spreadsheet as pending or now being rehabbed by GMHU is what we do every year. Every year we rehab the most, and it does not matter how many mobile homes we rehab. Come February, we'll be saying the same thing. We did not rehab enough. That's a good problem in a sense. That means we have the customers, we have the clientele, and we have the cash buyers, and it's because of that time of the year. Income tax time. People have money, so it's time to buy for cash. I love it. Look, some of you have been procrastinating. All I can say, like I do every February, told you so. Should have done so, should have listened. So what I'm going to do tonight is I want to go through some of the homes that we've rehabbed because we kept them on here, and I want you to kind of get more of a visual of after repair value and post rehab. Now, I am getting with some of my admins to put some of the older photos because I want you to see the comparison also. And, finished products are great, but what did it look like before? Okay, so the before and after kind of thing. And then, of course, if you follow our social media, you can pay attention to as I'm going to be dropping a lot more as progress is going on with some of the homes, updates, any issues we encounter. Hint, hint. This morning I was at one of our communities, and apparently the water heater fell through the floor in one of the homes. It was just commencing rehab, which means that floor was that far gone. Thank goodness the water heater was no good either. So, kind of served itself to get on out of the home. Okay, so we'll be working on that. But, a lot of things happen. And when you have 15 crews going at one time, you can't help, but things are going to happen. It is what is. So we get past it. Okay. But yeah, so let me go ahead and jump on to share to show y'all some of these and the numbers. The numbers is again, the numbers is what's important at the end of the day. So let me go to the first one is lot 109. And another thing we are doing to these homes, which I'm going to get with Ashley, is on our Instagram live this evening. So you can go here on here. We're going to have to add one more line to these that are being rehabbed in Griffin, Georgia, specifically because we are adding central heat and air. Yes, you talk about adding value to some of these homes, and we talk about it through the coachings. Granite countertops are nice. They're beautiful to look at. They add zero value to the home, however, in a sense of whether it's somebody's going to pay you more for the home. New roof, however, would do add value and would also mean that you can sell for more. When it comes to that, it's also all the new electrical has been done. Water heater's been installed, something new. And along with that is also central heat and air. That's huge. That's value, value, value. And when I say that, I'm not just talking about even the mobile home. What if I told you that adding central heat and air also increases value to the mobile home park? That's huge. Okay. There could be a new negotiation in a sense of lot rent because, hey, I'm adding real true value to your mobile home park, Mr. or Mrs. Park owner. Okay. So here's one of them. This siding did get done. So skirting is happening. The last thing we've been waiting on is the permits, inspections in this community because all these homes were brought into. It has been I'll put it this way. It's been a new learning. It's been a new learning for us, but now we know. So it just gets easier. Well, once you know, you know. 2 bedroom, 2 bath. The lot rent is $390. Does include water. Well, water's included, but there's a bill at the end of every month based on your usage. Uh, Asking 28.5. Those of you wondering what are the after repair value numbers, here they are. These are real, true comparables. So this is what we can use. If we decide to sell it financing, which obviously number one goal is going to be to sell it for cash, but we do offer financing. Right now, we're asking 3K down and 900 a month. That 3K down will change on January 1st to 10,000K down payment. Again, why? Because some people may not get as much income tax as other people, but the money's out there. Money's in move again, in transit. Okay, it's available. People borrow from people. People pitch it together, and people buy, mobile homes for each other. So the number will go up to at least 10,000 into that. And then of course, if you do decide to rent, which the option is going to be gone, also come January 1st. But right now, if you do decide to rent it, it's 1,000 down a month and 1,000 deposit. The thing about our rentals is, and this is for all of them, okay, I do the longest term that I would do as a rental is a month. We do the shortest would be a week stay, week to week kind of thing, and then it's month to month. And the reason behind that is, should there be any changes, should somebody want to move out, it helps both parties. We as a landlords and a tenant as a tenant, instead of having to wait for a 12-month agreement, a contract. The fact that we want to sell versus rent, okay, is that obviously come January, we're going to mention immediately that come next month, you will have the ability to either buy, convert it into a rent to own, or you have to vacate the property because we're going to sell. So it just makes it easy on that. But here's some of the photos on this one here. And this is the finished product on. So again, if you're paying attention to what do I need to make my homes to be comparable, okay? Because remember, if you're comparing, you want to compare equal to equal. And I'm not just talking about the size of the home. Obviously, if it's a 2-bedroom, I'm not going to compare to a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, or a double wide that may have 4 or 5 bedrooms. I want to compare equally. But along with that is, what does my rehab look versus other people's rehabs? And this is a massive mobile home park. So there's plenty investors in this community at this very time. Most of those are our students. But this is what the finished product looks for us. And it's based on the market as well. The market allows for this type of rehab. If I was in a maybe 55 and above plus community, maybe somewhere downtown Miami or Fort Lauderdale, or obviously the rehab would be a little bit more, because again, that's what we're comparing. We will be putting a stove also in these units. So typically we do not put appliances. Long story short, apparently for us to pass inspection, they're requiring a stove. Is what it is. I'm okay with. Okay, we'll play ball. So this is one of them. 109. 110 is coming. 115 just got done as of 2 days ago and turned out wonderfully as well. And you notice one thing about our homes, okay? In the coaching, we talk about do every project the same, okay? Any leftover material gets transferred into the next home. These 2 photos are old right here. That door is no longer there. It was one of the closet doors, but okay, pay attention more so to the vinyls, the walls. They all look similar. Maybe some of the paint jobs will change, but what number is that? 115, yeah. So again, this is what the numbers will look like. Now, this one is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, so the numbers are also a little bit differently on here. We are talking about lot rent stays the same, $390. Resale value, $30,000. $30,000 because it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It is the largest single wides they make, which is 16 by 80s. Rental rate, we have it at incorrectly. So all this is incorrect. We need to update some of this here. One, there we go. 1,100 a month and the resale. Okay, deposit would be also 1,000, but it's month to month. So, and of course the deposit does go for one thing we do. If we do from rental to a rent to own, we will require that there's X amount of down payment. But the 1,000 deposit that they put, will credit towards a down payment should they decide to, obviously, convert into that. So that's one. And then we got 105 in Livonia, what's also done. So here's another one, the different market, different area, but still within. So we're asking currently 29,000 for this one. That price will go up come New Year's. Deposit 1K, 925 a month. And again, you're looking at similar. It does not matter where our contractors are at. What city, what state, the finished product look is always going to look similar too. We use commercial colors when it comes to wall painting. We use typical same vinyl when it comes to the floor. And appliances, again, that's not something we put. This one does have them, but it's all similar too. So, this is what we're always looking for, is that final presentability look, if you will. In addition, okay, one thing that we're not going to be adding, there's no new homes, new inventory that will be posted on our spreadsheet from now into January. Come January, we're probably going to get an overload that we are doing due diligence. Everything's a little slower when it comes to, not us. We're on speed. We're making it happen fast rehabs, because again, cash sales around the corner. The park owners, park managers, hey, give me a list of 20 mobile homes, year, make, models, or all titles available. No disrespect, they're a little on the slower side. I say they're on vacation mode. They're on holiday mode. That's what it is. So, but we focus on, obviously, pivot. Let's get these homes rehab. So there's not going to be any new inventory. For those of you that are obviously joining us every Tuesday, one thing you can be doing, because we're going to be uploading new deals, is I'm sorry, new rehabs being posted. You can be paying attention to the before. Look at the before and look at the after. One thing about, you can't help but to get better if you study more, if you're doing more practice with doing something over and over. 8 years ago when I got started, there was no sheet where I could go spend time and just learn. What if I could go and find a spreadsheet that has a bunch of beat up fixer-uppers and even some that are already done, and look at some of the numbers? Study. You can use our spreadsheet just to study on. So for instance, 108 in Griffin, 102 is another one. This one's going to be rehabbed starting next week. So by New Year's, all these are going to be done. Okay. You're going to be able to see what it looked like before, what it looked like after. 108 right now is currently being rehabbed. This one does not look as bad in photos. And this is what I talk about. If you look at the photos here, typical, it's massive. Another 16 by 80, single wide, right? Come down and okay, you got nasty carpet. Some of the walls need a little touch up. Here's the bathroom, and here's the other room. Here's the other bathroom. Here is the kitchen area. Nothing too alarming, if you will. What if I told you you couldn't walk in it? Okay, these floors were so shot. I mean, just it had the particle board, is what it is, but they had to tear these carpets out. And the contractors told me they must have had horses living in this home. I mean, I'm sharing reality here with y'all. It was bad. It was bad. This home right now, I reviewed it this morning with the contractors, and it has all brand new plywood. Beautiful. Smell is gone. Thank God. That's what happens. If you ever have urine smell in some of this carpet, I would say stop trying to shampoo it. It ain't going to go away, because the urine has seeped through the carpet onto the wood, whatever's underneath. If it's particle, then it's gone anyway. But if it's real lumber, it's seeped into, the smell will be there. Stop trying to avoid it. I had a stuff for say. I had a student investor who decided not to listen to me when I said the same thing. Is like, even if it was vinyl, if there's urine that's been sitting there long enough, that urine will seep into the lumber and then go past that. Then if it gets into even the insulation, you're trapping all that there. The smell will continue. So his bright idea was, well, instead of tearing all that old boards and the vinyl, why don't I just lay a whole new layer of lumber? That'll cure the issue, right? Nope, it did not. So maybe for a little bit anyway, he started laying all the lumber on it. And of course the smell was gone because it was trapped. And then he gets to step number two, which is now lay new carpet or vinyl onto it. And then right about that time, oh, it's starting to smell again. We'll go ahead and lay the vinyl on it. Okay. Again, one more layer now is going to cover that stink, that funk, if you will. So sure enough, they're laying adhesive, laying the vinyl, and everything is checking out like he thinks the plan, according to plan, as he kept telling me. Okay, you do that. You stick to your plan. Well, sure enough, the home was done. Beautiful it looked. Okay, only right about this time is now time to list it on the market. So about a week has gone by, and now buyers and tenants are starting to walk in. And guess what? The first thing they are complaining about? There is a smell in here. The problem is now the smell more like a mildew, like a mold, which is even worse. So now you got that problem. Long story short, yes, he had to take up all that new lumber up, the vinyl, to get rid of the original wood that was under and the disgusting carpet that was, I mean, just wet under, full of, urine, like he would have done to begin with. Extra time, extra labor. So, guys, don't cover up the issue. Fix the issue. Back to the sheet. Got one more to show you. Yeah, so the list on there is, and I don't expect y'all to take notes tonight, but 71, 71B, 102, 110, 117, and 120. All those are being rehab. Okay, I told y'all so. I'm telling you so right now. You should have got some of these units. You see what the numbers are. You didn't take advantage. And now, if you look at one of these and it says GMHU now rehabbing, it's not available. It is not available. We are not going to stop halfway through a rehab. Now, that does not mean it won't be available for you. But when it does become available, it's going to be at ARB, 30,000. What it costs. Now, I'm happy to finance to any of y'all. I say any money's just as good as anybody. So if you got 10K down payment and you want to finance for 1,000 a month, bring it. Okay. But that's what we're going to be looking at. 102, let me see, 109 is done. And I'm not going to show y'all many more. All these are on the verge of being rehabbed. So, okay, we'll share numbers with you, of course. You can study them, see the post. This one here, I'm not concerned with this one at all. I like units like this. I think we went over this one last week and talked about how somebody done did me a favor by removing the nasty carpet and vinyl. I just got to come in and put it together. Contractors love this, as a matter of fact. All right, number 3. So that was that. And then yep, cash show. We went over that. And okay, so a couple other things now on here. Saturdays will continue. Apparently you just decided on something. But Saturday the 23rd and Saturday the 30th, the weekly recap check-in, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to be sitting around probably in the office going over a lot of things, prepping for 2024, goal, visions, and implementation. Take notes, okay? So I'm going to be working on that, but I will ease back for about 30 minutes, jump on 10 a.m. live on Saturday. And for those of you, if you have not checked out Mobile Home Confessions in Cars, I like that episodes. I did. I enjoyed it because I love assets and I like vehicles. Assets are my mobile homes that pay for my fun adventures and beyond. And I get to drive exotics. It's always fun. So I decided that I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do one more this weekend. I'm going to record it now. It may not go live until next week, but it's an exotic that we're looking to bring as part of our branding into business. Anyway, so a little bit of excitement there on that. I'm excited. I get to drive it. I'm going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to go watch the episode. But definitely go check out our series on YouTube. It's basically where I share the real raw of mobile home investing. Okay. We had guests come on there and they share some of their stories, some of their horror stories that they dealt with. We do this not to scare you. We do this to show you the real side of this is the get dirty, if you will. Look at some of these investors and phenomenal stuff. Nothing against anyone, but everybody wants to share numbers. Everybody wants to share numbers and their success stories. And of course, we love that. But it's always, I want to hear what it took to get there. How many roaches, okay, how many fleas that you could jump on. And to me, oh my God, if I shared how many homes I walked into, oh, that's what Saturday's going to be. Saturday's going to be the recap of the year. I can't tell you. Apparently I am attracted by fleas for quite a bit because I've walked many, many mobile homes with other investors or students or contractors. Nobody got attacked. Nobody got jumped on by fleas, but me, I look down and my pants are covered and they're covered in fleas. So stories. That's the reality. But you learn, you live and learn. Okay. By the way, I learned from an investor. He said, what did he say? Oh, he said, wrap duct tape backwards from your shoes on up to almost your knees. So what you're doing is you're letting the adhesive be on the opposite side, and it kind of sticks a little bit as you're rolling up towards the pants. And he said, so when you go into the mobile home and the fleas jump on you, they jump on this sticky stuff. Now, he told me that about a month ago. He would have told me that 7 years ago. And you see, you're always learning something. Look, I'm not going to keep you out here much longer. I know it's a short call this evening. We got a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff that's coming. Live events are coming, coaching events are coming. 2024, I mean, half the year is already planned out. I will let y'all know on a lot of what's coming more towards the end of the beginning of the new year. But that's about what we have for this final, the end of the 2023. It has been an awesome year. Awesome, very successful. I've connected with so many awesome people. I've coached a lot of great people who are doing phenomenal. I'm going to talk about some of these who went from students to, I mean, in a hurry. Success, success, success. I might have some of them come on here, talk on some. But all right, let me see any comments real quick. You can send me a message. Ashley is definitely reach out to Ashley. She can connect you with our spreadsheet. Connect any way she can help you. She's awesome. She's on here. Yeah. The comments, waste the money. Always. One thing about wasting money is you can always make money back. I've noticed that over the years. It's like, we overspend, over rehab, or we lose on something. Not everything's a win, but we make our money, but you don't make your time. And that's where it hurts. I wasted 2 weeks worth of, or I wasted a month, or I wasted a year procrastinating to get into mobile home investing. And now I could have, would have, should have. Don't be that guy or that lady. All right. That does it. Thank you all for watching. Saturday morning, 10 a.m. I'll see you here live.